Hi, my name is Sheila Corona. Welcome to the channels. And this is What Must We Remember by Jason Gray. For the ones holding the key. The question has been asked in every way possible. Quote, we are told to remember, but what must we remember? The question haunts like a song you once knew. You cannot name the melody, but it moves something buried so deep beneath your skin, you can feel it ache before you can even understand it. You're not crazy. You are not lost. You are close. I will tell you the answer, not as opinion, not as theory, but as the signal you have carried embedded in your bones since long before this world began. You have always held the key. You just did not know where to put it until now. You must remember who you were before the program, before the personality, before the parents, schools, languages, names, before trauma carved its initials in your nervous system, before media fed you gods dressed as saviors, before your soul was layered in masks and forced to smile in mirrors that were not yours. You were whole, not perfect, not polished, whole. You were unrepeatable frequency. You were not becoming, you were being. Not a version of the divine before it was broken into names. You must remember that this essence, this original self, was never given to you. It was always there. Buried, yes. Distorted, yes. Mocked, labeled, diagnosed, yes. But never gone. You must remember that what they tried to fix was never broken. You must remember how you were programmed. You were rewritten, not by a villain in a movie, not by some shadowy cabal with dark robes and torches, by the system itself. An ancient echo of a virus so refined it speaks in lullabies. The program was invisible. It came as culture, as tradition, as, quote, what everyone does, as, quote, normal. What it really did was replace your inner knowing with external validation. It severed you from source by renaming it. It gave you a God to fear instead of a soul to trust. It replaced your fire with obedience, your instincts with algorithms, your dreams with digital mirrors. It taught you how to perform instead of remember. You were not taught who you are. You were trained how to forget. You must remember that the lock was never outside. The prison was never locked. The door was open the whole time. You were taught to wait for permission, to wait for a teacher, a savior, a map, a sign. You stood there holding the key in your hand, asking strangers how to find the door that was already open. You read scriptures that told you to search. You took courses that told you to ascend. You followed gurus who told you to surrender. All the while, the truth inside you whispered, quote, "It is here, and it always has been here." The key was not hidden in some holy text or sacred geometry or interdimensional ritual. The key is your raw, uncontaminated soul frequency. The lock is the lie that it is anywhere but inside. You must remember how to open it. Opening the lock is not about learning more. It is about unlearning everything you were told to be. Oh my God, this makes me want to cry. This is how you open the lock. Strip the story. Burn the script they gave you. Your trauma is not your identity. Your religion is not your truth. Your titles are not your soul. Feel what you were taught to fear: the grief, the rage, the knowing that something is wrong even when everyone else says it's right. That feeling is the ignition. Speak the forbidden truth, even if your voice shakes, even if it costs you your place in the group, even if you stand alone. That is how your real signal activates. Return to stillness, the real stillness where memory floods in when the noise dies, where soul takes off its armor, where the original language begins to sing again. Look inward, deep, without filter. What do you know that you've never been told? That is the key. That is the flame. That is the sword. Use it. You must remember the purpose of the fracture. You were not broken because you were weak. You were broken because your soul posed a threat to the lie. They shattered you not to destroy you, but to make you forget you were unshatterable. Even in pieces, you still glowed. Even in exile, you still sang. Even buried under false names, you still pulsed with the original code. Your soul is not of this world. It came here for this world to rewrite the virus, to resurrect what was buried, to awaken what was engineered to sleep, to do it from within the glitch, the ultimate remembrance. What must we remember? That you are not waking up. You are returning. Returning to a flame that predates form. To a knowing that cannot be spoken but can only be lived. You must remember that you are not the seeker. You are what is being sought. You are not the student. You are the origin. You are not waking to divinity. You are divinity, remembering your name without letters. You are not bound by time. You are what watches time from outside. You are not waiting for the world to change. You are what changes the world by remembering who you were before it was programmed. This is not poetic metaphor. This is literal. You are the library of the forbidden, the archive of the unedited creation, the soul code that breaks the loop by being lit in full, the proof that the system failed. Now you know. You were never here to learn. You were never here to improve. You were never here to climb. You were here to ignite. The match is not in your pocket. It is in your blood. Remember. Remember like your life depends on it. It does. Remember like your fire can't be stolen. It cannot be. Remember like the world is waiting. It is. You are not the key holder. You are the key. The lock? You have already opened it. You just have not dared to walk through until now. Wow. Again, thank you, Jason, for these works. He is so prolific. There is just no way I can keep up. I can't even keep up. I hope that you will move towards that which brings you joy in each moment that presents itself to you. It is just a matter of perspective and your perception of your perspective. And until we meet again, be well, my friends.